Hey, what's up? Welcome back. I'm Courtney, aka Self-Care Creature, and I work with creative professionals to help you prevent burnout by raising your self-worth, deepening your intuition so that you can live a truly fulfilling life. And today I want to share with you about how I take a month off of social media just about every single year while I go and work at a retreat center in upstate New York. I just recently did a survey on my Instagram and I was overwhelmed by the response of people being like, "You do what?" I had no idea. Yes, for my fourth consecutive year, I'm going out to work at a retreat center in upstate New York near Ithaca. I got this opportunity originally from my long-term mentor and doctor, and it's a retreat center that is on the property of the Ithaca Zen Center. So all year long, this property is the Ithaca Zen Center, and during the summer months, it becomes the Body Mind Restoration Retreat Center. And this retreat, the Body Mind Restoration Retreats, focuses on a whole foods detox. It's a raw vegan detox retreat center. And it's been a really beautiful way of learning about detoxing. I kind of have a bad taste in my mouth about detoxing due to wellness culture. And what I have really come to learn, particularly from this facility, is the importance of giving yourself time to be able to detox at least once a year. With the pollution and chemicals and all of the different exposures that we have in our lives constantly, it really is good for our bodies to be able to detox and get some of these chemicals out. I don't recommend doing detoxes or cleanses or anything like that unless you are in some kind of supervised environment. I know for sure that I would never, and I don't want to say never, not an absolute, but it would be very challenging for me to do anything like that at home. And it's just something that I choose not to do, especially because when I'm in my own space at home, I personally get tripped up, reminded of diet culture and trying to fit myself in these boxes. And when I go away and live at this facility, and it's just the way of life and it's what everyone is doing and it's the food that's available to eat, it makes it pretty freaking easy. With a grain of salt, we'll say easy. It's very simple. But everything comes with its set of challenges. So while I'm out there, people are like, "Well, what are you doing for work? Do you teach meditation and yoga?" No, I don't. I am a staff member. Staff members have a wide variety of different jobs that they do, and we live together in a beautiful community space that is very much self-care oriented. It's pretty beautiful. There's no hierarchy in the system. You are responsible for yourself. You're responsible to communicate your needs. You have a schedule that you are expected to show up to uphold the vibe and the community and the guests. And it ends up flowing really, really well. So some jobs that I have had are lighting the saunas, keeping the saunas stoked, just checking on the saunas throughout the day. Cleaning that area, cleaning some of the ponds, taking out the trash, garbage, and recycling, cleaning down the yoga studio, cleaning down the campground, bathhouse. There we go, the bathhouse. Working in the kitchen, doing lunch, dinner, or breakfast service, helping to clean up, so many different things. So that's it. And not every single year do I take time off of social media. I've done it a little bit both ways. But this year, 2020, I am going to be taking it off social media completely. So if you do want to keep in touch, you want to know what's going on, make sure that you are signed up for my Growth Trotters email list because they will be getting the details every single week. Just about. We'll see how much I can keep up. But when I am able to sit down and share anything, that's who's going to know about it. I just can't recommend something like this enough. Making sure, I already in my daily living and my weekly living encourage our community to take time offline and log off for at least a 24-hour period every single week. And we need more of a reminder and an encouragement to really get back out into the real world. And there's just nothing better than being completely off of social media for an entire month. And usually when I say that I'm logging off of social media, for me personally, it's like I'm not doing business. A lot of times I do log out of the app, and that I also allow myself a little bit of grace if I do feel like I want to scroll and interact just for my own viewing pleasure rather than business-oriented things. But for this entire month, for the entire month of August, I will be completely logged out of the app. I will not even be logging back in until September, and I'm really looking forward to it, I tell you what. Let me think, is there anything else to share? I will also be transitioning, so I'm working the last retreats of this year, and it'll be about 9 days of the raw vegan detox diet, and then it'll be transitioning into a ketogenic diet, or you could do a whole food plant-based diet. I will be moving into the ketogenics section program. My long-term mentor and doctor created this program, and it's especially great for people who have cancer and who have degenerative brain disorders that run in the family, particularly dementia or Alzheimer's, and I am someone that is prone to that. And not just because of the way I've seen it run in my family, but I have invested in getting toxicology reports and gene reports and just knowing kind of how my body is mapped out. It took time for me to get to that place. For a very long time, I was like, I don't need to know those details about myself for whatever reason. And of course, like I said, it is an investment to understand that kind of stuff about you. But because I know that I am prone to Alzheimer's and things like that, I want to make sure that I am taking care of my body in proper ways. And this is something that really helps me to be able to just clear out all the brain fog, help support my liver, just really retrain my nervous system in so many different ways, and to just help support my body. And then I come back home and I just kind of ease into life again. I'm finally at a point where I don't feel like it's a binge and restrict situation. I really am able to come home and indulge in whatever feels good and not go out of control, because I know that I am here with myself, and I guess it's a deeper understanding possibly of my own body. I just want to encourage you that if you are still feeling like, oh my God, that sounds like sticking yourself in a box, or I know that I just go crazy on the sweets when I got home, or anything like that, it's a process. It's a learning process for sure. And I would be lying if I said that didn't happen to me the first or second year that I was there. And that's why I think it's good to try these things out sometimes, because it's good to push our limits and it's good to get to know ourselves. But we have to do it, we have to do it with intention and acceptance and grace and support. We can't do it by trying to shove ourselves into situations. And, oftentimes we resist wanting to go into situations like a detox or something like that, because our nervous system knows that anytime we've decided to do that in our lives, we've guilt, it's like a guilt trip, a shame roller coaster. And it's just, usually we are not supporting ourselves fully. So if you ever think that you want to move forward with exploring that space, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to support you in learning how to support yourself. I will also be ending this retreat this year doing my first silent session meditation retreat. So this is, I just found out, I keep getting it confused. Is it 5 or 7 days? It's about 7.5 days of silence that you observe silence and sit in meditation pretty much all day, every day. Yeah. I don't know much more about it than that. I have heard other people in my community talk about it. I know a few people that have done it for themselves over the last few years at this retreat center, and I'm really excited for my opportunity to be able to jump on board. If you have any questions or anything like that, I'm more than happy to answer them, even if you're watching this in the middle of August 2020 when I am away and off of the internet for the most part. I will get back to you, so feel free to write me, follow me on Instagram, so when I do get back there, you know, whatever works, we'll be in touch. I do offer self-care consults and free Monday meditations on a regular basis if that is anything that you are interested in. Thank you for tuning in.